let's say that y'all had sex on the first night. Let's just say the vibes was flowing, and y'all was just vibing. It wasn't intentional, like, let's go back to my room and have sex, but it was like the vibes are flowing. We're enjoying each other's company. We kissing, and one thing leads to another, and that happens. Let's say that happens, but it wasn't an intentional situation. It was like, I didn't go there intending to fuck you, but it happened. I think in those situations, men delete themselves out of the situation. Like, they're gonna judge you like, oh, she let me fuck on the first night. But nigga, you also fucked her on the first night. Like, there's no judgment on your end of yourself, so why do you feel it's necessary to judge her?
Why do you feel like it's no judgment?
Because I don't feel like men judge themselves. I don't feel like I'd be like, oh, I shouldn't have fucked her last night.
I feel like, I think that it's okay that men and women have to judge themselves differently when it comes to sexual partners. I think that, listen, men don't give birth.
That's true.
So women do.
But condoms exist for those reasons, to stop birth.
I get you, but condoms is a
birth
social construct created in 60, 70 years ago, right? So, but outside of 60, 70 years ago, which is a blip of the magnitude of human beings banging with each other, still, men don't give birth. So I think to not at least consider that a man having sex might be different implications than a woman having sex, and that those implications don't play into our culture is a bit short-sighted.
I mean, I think there's definitely different implications, but I'm just saying that you are also a participant in that. So if you are going to judge her for fucking you in the first night, you should also equally judge yourself. Like, damn, like, I'm out, she was slutting it out, and so was I. Like, I feel like you need to equally feel that way about you. Because I mean, you were equal participant. She ain't fuck herself, you did.
Yeah, so I did. So I get it. But you also have to understand. So like, if you look at a man's, and all our ego that we have, right? We try to find the most feminine with the least bodies. I mean, that's generally the quadrants that we try to find, right? So, but just real quick. Okay. So if that's what we're looking for, women don't look for that. They don't care how many bodies a man has.
I don't care, but we expect you to have a certain number versus the difference.
But at least acknowledge that it's not the same.
No,
a man values virginity, not complete virgin. I'd argue. You know what I'm saying? Complete. You don't want to.
Niggas will say that they want a virgin, but that's not what they want. They want because they want you to have a virgin like virgin like abilities, but they want you to do slut shit, and it doesn't really add up.
A lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. That's the ideal.
So let me ask this real quick, just to tap on this real quick before.
Wait, hold up.
Okay, go ahead.
Because we were still on the same point. I just want you to and we'll go on to your point.
Okay.
I just want to just acknowledge from my perspective that because the outcome is the value and what is that placed in our society. A man places the least amount of bodies in a woman very high in the priority of relationships. Mm-hmm. A woman's priority of how many bodies a man has doesn't matter. And in fact, the more bodies that the man has, the more attracted a woman will be to a man.
I don't think so. I don't.
Not as a result of the bodies, but probably because of who else found him attractive, she will also find him attractive for those similar.
He'll have experience.
Things as well.
Will translate to his ability to perform in certain situations.
No, well, I would say it's less experiences. I would say there's more components within his personality that has garnered enough attention from enough women that allowed him to get those bodies. And those things are going to be attractive to you. And going in, you're like, okay, well, this guy, he's been messing with da-da-da, but you're still willing to deal with him. Meanwhile, if I come meeting with a girl and she's messing with X, Y, Z and I know about it, like, it's like, I don't care how bad you are. So, you're not going to be the pocket that was used all up and down the block before I got to it.
So let me clarify. You said a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets. Mm-hmm. So if let's say she got heli bodies, but her street name is clean, like she moving around, but you don't know that it's not a well-known thing that she moves around. Does that change things? So it's like, do you only not like it when you know that she slept with several guys? But if you don't know that, like let's say she came from another city, so you don't know her. I mean,
Well, they all divide by 3. You guys all divide by at least 3 or 4.
What do you mean?
And I think men know that. Whatever number you tell me, what would J. Cole say?
Oh, he said,
and then divide by 3.
Yeah.
So like, we understand that. Like, dudes who actually understand the game, we understand that there's a component of it. So like,
I don't know
the thing is like,
about their bodies.
But there's a lot of people who
there are people that do that though.
I think people like who move out of where they're originally from, like this is my 4th or 5th city, that I've lived at, right? So like, I've had the opportunity to kind of move in different places, and because of that, I get to meet a whole new slew of the clientele, right? So when that happens, I have to go by what they say, but at the same time, I don't believe what they say. So I think it's more action oriented, right? Like, if her actions are not telling me that she is 2-hand or single-hand digit bodies, then I won't let that override what she's telling me. You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying like, if she has more body, like, no matter what else she brings to the table, if she has too many bodies, like, those things will not override the fact that she has had that many bodies.
Well, the higher the bodies, the lower the value.
Okay. So, and this is in
and that's for men to women. Women to men don't care. Women don't care about a man's bodies. Unless you want to tell me something different.
To a certain extent, I think women do care about men's bodies.
To a certain extent, but not how men do, because our egos are high.
It's definitely not the same way that you guys do. I will agree that, because I think for y'all, it's an ego stroke. Like, I'm the only person that ever had her. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of 5 that's had her, or whatever the case may be. But I think as women, like, I mean, we expect men to have a certain amount of bodies. Like we know how y'all move. Like, so it's expected that you have some bodies. But I might be looking for more in the 100,000 mile Honda versus the 250, 300,000 mile Honda. You know, like, I might not, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I get it.
I want to feel like you respect yourself as well. Like, I don't want to get the beefcake that everybody in the city that had.
But I tell you what, if it was a Mercedes Benz with 100,000 miles, you still consider that bastard.
I mean, I said women expect 100,000. If it was a 300,000 Mercedes, no, I still don't want that shit.
If it was a 300,000 mile Maybach, you might consider that bastard.
Nah.
Okay.
That's old money. I mean, it's like dating someone that's like, it's like if I met somebody that was like older, I would be like, okay, you're a little bit older, you've been around the block a little bit longer. But if I meet somebody my age and they got 300,000 miles, when I say
Maybach, when I'm comparing Honda to Mercedes to Maybach, I'm talking about the impressiveness.
The level of impressiveness.
The impressiveness of that vehicle, right? If we want to take the analogy and kind of pursue it forward. But I'm saying, like, if he's got 300,000 miles,
it's a Maybach.
It's a Maybach. So you still gonna put him in that option set, because at the end of the day, you go into his villa in Paris for the weekend.
So you might entertain him, but he's not somebody you take serious. It's a difference. Because I mean, I think men and women entertain people that they're like, this is for my entertainment only. Like, it's not necessarily because I take you serious.
Tell that to Cassie. She was doing it for a long damn time.
She was doing it for too damn long, and kudos to her for recognizing that.
For breaking free from her Maybach chains.
Recognizing game. She got her new man. She got her ring and her baby that she been wanting. She was never getting from him.
She didn't recognize game. She hit a wall.
I think she recognized game, but she accepted it.
Well, yeah.
Because I mean,
she's not dumb.
It's not even about dumb. It's like, it's similar to like,
she exchanged her beauty for his money for a long time.
Her beauty and a potential career.
And it was fun.
Yeah. I mean,
no, her career died when I was in high school.
But no, it didn't. I was into Me and You.
How old am I?
Old as fuck. But
that's fucked up. I got older subscribers on here that are like, nigga, if he's old, that's fucked up.
But yeah, like,
she was hanging on for a relationship, in my opinion. I don't want to get into Cassie too much.
Yeah, she wasn't something he was never giving her. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there. However, I feel like there was a couple of bombs that I just hit you with that I still want you to react to.
Okay, what did you hit me that you want me to react to?
Irrespective of a man's body count, women don't care, and they especially don't care the more impressive that he is. And in fact, they find him more attractive the more bodies that he has, because he has something within him that got him all those bodies.
I don't necessarily know if it's finding him attractive because he has more bodies, but if he has a certain charisma.
That's how we got the bodies. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The charisma, the confidence, the money.
Yeah, but those type of niggas you gotta watch because they usually ain't shit. That's just the fact of the matter. Because I think dudes start feeling themselves when they like, I got money, I got a good job, da 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 da. Like, you gonna accept that I'm gonna treat you however I wanna treat you. And I think it just depends on what you're looking for as a woman. If you're looking for some fun, you might accept it. But if you're looking to be married and establish a family, that might not be the type of guy you wanna deal with. It just depends on what a woman's looking for. Everybody's not looking for a relationship. Some people are looking to, hunt and be hunted.
More often than not, I see women choosing those guys.
Yeah, because those guys typically, they have good job, they can provide, you know what I'm saying? They will be considered to be on your level. So when you look at them, it's like, okay, this is a certain person that's on my level. But that person also has other things that are lurking. You're like, that's not ideal, but he checks certain other boxes and you might let it slide. There are people that are be like, he ain't this and he ain't that, but he checks the boxes that matter to me right now, so I'm gonna go.
So would you instruct women not to go for the cream of the crop?
I wouldn't instruct them not to go for the cream of the crop. Go for what you want.
But what they want is the cream of the crop.
Not everyone. Some people they want some people like, regular degular. There's people that like regular girls and regular guys. Like you see, even in Hollywood, you see some of the people marrying like regular people. They're not Hollywood stars.
I can't think of one woman Hollywood star that went off of a regular degular. I think men can do that because we don't care about.
I feel like Julia Roberts married like a regular guy. A regular guy in terms of, that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is that, some people are like, I don't need X, Y, and Z from this person. Like I just want a regular guy. Like they don't need all that. I think the only thing that I would say about cream of the crop guys is it's a lot to handle because they feel like they have a lot of options because they are the cream of the crop or whatever. But I feel like the attitudes and the way that they go about it
makes you more attractive.
It makes me less attractive because they don't know how to act.
They keep you around them.
Like you fine, and you got your stuff together, but I'm not gonna allow you to treat me however you want to treat me because you fine, you got a good job, you make money. I got my own damn money. I don't need to deal with this. You won't want. So if I deal with you because I want to, it's not because I need to. And so I think sometimes women in situations, they deal with him because it's like, okay, he does X, Y, and Z, and I need these needs being met. Not because I want to. It's like I actually need something out of this situation. When you don't have to deal with certain stuff, sometimes you don't. You be like, all right, I'm cool. Because I'll drop somebody in a hot second. You don't know how to act? Bye, boy.
All right, so listen, we can wrap this video in a second. So the way that we started this conversation, we were talking about how men and women should or should not be judged differently sexually. And what I was trying to describe to you is that not only besides the idea that you have an innie and I have an outie, and because of you have an innie,
you call them that.
you give birth. Birth is what is inside of you, and then you are the conduit of life. You can't do that without a man. I just want to make that abundantly clear. Okay. But at the same time, so you still don't feel like your innie should be judged any differently than my outie. And what I was trying to do was try to let you know that I think that it should, and that's okay.
I'm not saying that it shouldn't be. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be looked at differently because it is a different experience. But what I'm saying is you should also be judging yourself as you're a willing participant in the situation. I think a lot of times women get all the judgment in the situation, like, oh, like this, and this. But like, he also was a participant. So we judging him, we looking at him like, oh, he nasty.
And then behind closed doors, you still bout it.
Listen. All I'm saying is you also are a willing participant. If I'm nasty, you nasty too.
There it is. That's your video. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this video. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Yeah, listen. I'm gonna call it that. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Naya! We gotta do more, girl.
More.
We gotta do more. We gotta do more content.
Y'all wanna see me again?
No, I appreciate you coming through because I feel like you give a lot of content behind what you're saying, in a finite amount of time. Like, you get your point out, you give supporting facts, you don't beat around the bush, you don't use shaming tactics, you don't use veiled bullshit in order to detract or deflect from the conversation. You attack.
Shade of it all.
You attack.
Yeah. That was the whole treatment.
Was that shade? Was that shade? That was not shade at all.
Shade of it.
No disrespect. No disrespect at all. But you get all types. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. I think I said that before.
But
fuck it, I said it again. Get over it. 2 times.